If you're on this side and you can find yourself on this side, on this side, then you've accepted your slave name. And you have no choice. You have no choice. Moving throughout this realm. If you're on this side, then you should know that the name of your Lord is Ehyeh Asher Ehyeh. And us Levites were the priests who went into captivity first. Simeon, Zebulun, Manasseh, Ephraim, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar. And y'all must understand that these are the end of times. And we have to know what we're doing to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, so that way the Father will increase us in His compassion. I mean, even our brother knows that, Esau. Our big brother knows that. That's why he gives us these names, so we could never. He knows the name of the Father, Ehyeh Asher Ehyeh. He knows the name of the Father. He's not going to put it in that Bible though. He's going to give you prophecy, sorcery, witchcraft. He's going to give you a Jesus, which means you did this to me. You did this to me, and you're going to accept it. Therefore, you're going to accept those slave names. I'm here to tell you. Esau knows that we're blessed coming in, blessed coming out. The Lord say, it don't matter to him. You can make another one just like it. That's why He let him kick our ass all over the place. Call us niggers stingy. Then we take the blessing from him. Don't he want it back? The Lord gave him the sword from you, from you niggers. He knows how stiff-necked people you are. This is our sword. Back to Esau during his times. This is our sword. The first 5 books of every Bible, the law, statutes, and commandments. The Lord said, "With my word." But we wouldn't know that. We're not gonna know that. All I'm saying is, you gotta look at the times that we're living in, and if you don't think that this coming to an end, then you gotta understand that you will never understand what's going on if we don't understand what we're supposed to be doing. Living law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability, but no, we're not gonna do that. But I'm gonna just bring you some old doctrine from the first 5 books, since nobody else don't want to do it. Everybody want to call on the name of Jesus, even the prophets. You did this to me. Scattered across the 4 corners of the earth. Everybody's out there talking about this stuff. The end, and the thermonuclear weapons. The end, the end. The Lord said land. We're going to wait on to see the light. Leviticus 25:35. If your kinsman, being in straits, comes up under your authority, and you hold him as though a resident alien, let him live by your side. Do not exact from him advance or accrued interest, but fear your God. Let him live by your side as your kinsman. Do not lend him your money at advanced interest, or give him your food at accrued interest. I, the Lord, am your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to give you the land of Canaan to be your God. Isn't that our kinsman? The government, the Canaanites, who's all over top of us. That's our kinsman. We're all related somehow to say Esau and Jacob. Just that Esau is Ehyeh Asher Ehyeh, his firstborn son. That's our Lord. He belongs to us, we belong to him. Esau knows that. He's our big brother. Leviticus 25:39. If your kinsman under you continues in straits and must give himself over to you, do not subject him to the treatment of a slave. He shall remain with you as a hired or bound laborer. He shall serve with you only until the Jubilee year. Jubilee means 50th year. We've been in bondage for years, hundreds even. Then he and his children with him shall be free of your authority. He shall go back to his family and return to his ancestral holding, for they are my servants, whom I freed from the land of Egypt. They may not give themselves over into servitude. They may not give themselves over into servitude. They may not give themselves over into servitude. That's what the Lord said. Let me get it for you. Let me get it for you. Slavery or bondage. Work imposed to punish a crime. Slavery or bondage. Work imposed to punish a crime. Work imposed to punish a crime. Slavery or bondage. They may not give themselves over into servitude. You shall not rule over him ruthlessly with your sword, with your threat of duress and coercion. You shall fear your God. Such male and female slaves as you may have, it is from the nations round about you that you may acquire male and female slaves. You may also buy them from among the children of aliens resident among you, or from their families that are among you, whom they begot in your land. These shall become your property. You may keep them as a possession for your children after you, for them to inherit as property for all time. Such you may treat as slaves. But as for your Israelite kinsmen, no one shall rule ruthlessly over the other. That's as for your Israelite kinsmen. Leviticus 25:47. If a resident alien among you has prospered, and your kinsman, being in straits, comes under his authority and gives himself over to the resident alien among you, or to an offshoot of an alien's family, he shall have the right of redemption even after he has given himself over. One of his kinsmen shall redeem him, or his uncle or his uncle's son shall redeem him, or any one of his family who is of his own flesh shall redeem him. If he prospers, he may redeem himself. He shall compute with his purchaser the total from the year he gave himself over to him until the Jubilee year. Jubilee is 50 years. We've been in bondage for years. The price of his sale shall be applied to the number of years, as though it were for a term as a hired laborer under the other's authority. If many years remain, he shall pay back for his redemption in proportion to his purchase price. And if few years remain until the Jubilee year, that's 50 years, he shall so compute. He shall make payment for his redemption. He shall make payment for his redemption. The Lord said that. That's what the Lord said. According to the years involved, he shall be under his authority as a laborer hired by the year. He shall not rule ruthlessly over him in your sight. If he has not been redeemed in any of those ways, he and his children with him shall go free in the Jubilee year. And the Jubilee year means 50 years. For it is to me that the Israelites are servants. They are my servants, whom I freed from the land of Egypt. I, the Lord your God. Eye Ashaya. The Lord said that. The Lord said that. That's what the Lord said. That's what the Lord said. But I don't know why we go on spurning our God. We don't even know his name no more. How can we find a priest that's going to let us know that we're Levi? We're the priest. How are we going to find anybody that knows that we're supposed to give sacrifice and offerings to the Lord? That's a Levi. Who's going to tell you that? Who's going to tell you that? Who's going to tell you that? Who's going to tell you? Leviticus 27:14. If anyone consecrates his house to the Lord, the priest shall assess it, whether high or low. As the priest assesses it, so it shall stand. And if he who has consecrated his house wishes to redeem it, he must add 1/5 to the sum at which it was assessed, and it shall be his. It shall be his. The Lord said that. Ain't nobody coming from the first 5 books of the Bible, which is in like 1 trillion of copies of them, but they're going to keep you out of that. No, we don't want to talk about that. What we supposed to be doing. We can't do what they do. The Lord say don't follow them people over there. Don't be going up in their churches like that. Leviticus 27:16. If anyone consecrates to the Lord any land that he holds, its assessment shall be in accordance with its seed requirement. 50 shekels of silver to a homer of barley seed. If he consecrates his land as of the Jubilee year, its assessment stands. But if he consecrates his land after the Jubilee year, the priest shall compute the price according to the years that are left until the Jubilee year, and its assessment shall be so reduced. And if he who consecrated the land wishes to redeem it, he must add 1/5 to the sum at which it was assessed, and it shall pass to him. But if he does not redeem the land, and the land is sold to another, it shall no longer be redeemable. When it is released in the Jubilee, the land shall be holy to the Lord as land proscribed. It becomes priest holding. Who are going to tell you that we're Levites? No, ain't nobody going to tell you that. Ain't nobody going to tell you that. Leviticus 27:22. If he consecrates to the Lord land that the purchased, which is not land of his holding, the priest shall compute for him the proportionate assessment up to the Jubilee year, and he shall pay the assessment as of that day, a sacred donation to the Lord. In the Jubilee year, the land shall revert to him from whom it was bought, whose holding the land is. All assessments shall be the sanctuary rate, the shekel being 20 gerahs. The Lord said that. We want to stay out of the first 5 books of that Bible. These are our law, statutes, and commandments. We can't be doing what those people doing over there. Yeah, they can kill us. They got the sword. We got the law, statutes, and commandments. This is what we're supposed to be doing. This is our sword right here. The Lord said with my word, and I'm gonna hold fast to Him. I'm on my team. This is my team. Y'all want to go out there and speak in the Lashon Kodash and saying you did this to me and play on words and come up with another name for it for us to submit to it. Woe to you. Woe to you. Woe to you. Leviticus 27:26. A firstling of animals, however, which as a firstling is the Lord's, cannot be consecrated by anybody. Whether ox or sheep, it is the Lord's. But if it is of unclean animals, it may be ransomed as its assessment, with 1/5 added. If it is not redeemed, it shall be sold at its assessment. But of all that anyone owns, be it man or beast, or land of his holding, nothing that he has prescribed for the Lord may be sold or redeemed. Every proscribed thing is totally consecrated to the Lord. No human being who has been prescribed can be ransomed. He shall be put to death. All tithes from the land, whether seed from the ground or fruit from the tree, are the Lord's. They are holy to the Lord. If anyone wishes to redeem any of his tithes, he must add 1/5 to them. All tithes of the herd or flock, of all that passes under the shepherd's staff, every 10th one shall be holy to the Lord. He must not look out for good as against bad, or make substitution for it. If he does not make substitution for it, then it and its substitute shall both be holy. It cannot be redeemed. The Lord said that. Asher,